Millions of people spend their lives navigating a cycle of debt and desire that feels entirely of their own making. This gilded maze, however, has an architect, a man from the 1920s whose work still dictates our financial limits today. Following the First World War, American industry reached a breaking point. Factories produced goods at a volume vastly exceeding what the public actually wanted. To prevent a collapse of the capitalist system, the economic elite realized they had to break the traditional American ethic of frugality. They needed to move the population away from purchasing based on need and train them to consume based on endless desire. The modern urge to constantly upgrade your life was a solution to a manufacturing crisis, a way to artificially plant demand to save an industrial economy from stagnation. Edward Bernays became the primary architect of this transition. He approached the consumer problem through the lens of a specific, radical branch of psychology. His uncle was Sigmund Freud. Bernays realized he could use his research to bypass the rational mind and speak directly to our unconscious, irrational passions. He called his system the engineering of consent. It was an input-output mechanism where psychological research informed the design of messages that targeted deep-seated anxieties and subconscious insecurities. The public relations industry emerged as a scientific tool for securing mass compliance, prioritizing the bypass of rational thought over the simple distribution of information. The 1929 Torches of Freedom campaign serves as the historical baseline for this type of engineered behavior. To expand the cigarette market, Bernays ignored the physical product and instead targeted the feminist movement. He framed smoking as a political act of female emancipation, using the New York City Easter Sunday Parade as his stage. The stunt worked. It successfully dismantled a century-old social taboo against women smoking in public, rapidly doubling the volume of cigarettes sold. Women across the country took up the habit as a gesture of freedom, effectively fulfilling a corporate script designed to turn their liberation into tobacco dividends. While the underlying blueprint remains the same in the digital age, the economic mechanism has evolved to a much more aggressive scale. We have shifted to vertical emulation. Instead of comparing to neighbors, media forces us to compare our status to the top 20. They algorithmically amplify content focused on showing off luxury, inducing a state of constant status anxiety in the user. This anxiety triggers a psychological response known as loss aversion. People engage in irrational, credit-backed spending simply to maintain their digital image and avoid the social neglect that comes with perceived low status. Primed by anxiety, users encounter dark patterns, deceptive interfaces tricking consumers into hidden costs. Patterns like the Roach Motel rely on cognitive fatigue and misdirection, ensuring that entering a financial trap is easy, while escaping is intentionally difficult. This cycle of status anxiety, algorithmic pushing, and deceptive design creates a digital matrix that permanently transfers wealth from the working class to the financial elite. The landscape of modern consumer debt is the direct descendant of Bernays' work, a fully automated system for engineering consent through digital architecture. Unthinking participation in this environment guarantees a life of financial captivity. Every financed status symbol is another tether to the matrix. Escaping the trap requires adopting a stoic financial mindset. In this philosophy, true wealth is measured not by the accumulation of status symbols, but by the mastery over one's own desires. You must learn to reject the secret self-insecurities that corporations rely on to drain your bank account. You can either be the architect of your own mind or a slave to their design. The choice is yours.